So today I'm going to talk to you about the fact that nobody cares. Nobody cares about all of the bad things you've been through, you know, all of the hardship and the trauma. Nobody cares. All people care about is results. Do you have them? Do you have any at all? Now, results come in many forms. They're not just physical, monetary results or material results. I'm talking about mental results. I'm talking about the ability to have learnt and gained skills. The results that you put 100% of yourself into everything. If you can show those results, you're going to be all right. But that's all people really care about. I wouldn't be here today with the crowd of people I'm with. There's 3 of the guys in this house. We're all absolute killers, or we're at least, becoming there, getting there, sorry. So we're all working very hard on ourselves. And even between us 4 people in this house, the 3 other people with me, even between us 4 people in this house, we find it very difficult to sit here listening to somebody else say, oh, well, I went through this trouble and that trouble. At the end of the day, we remind each other, guess what, bro? Who cares? You're here now. You need to work hard now. You need to improve now. What happened to you in the past, nobody cares. Not even some of the people closest to you. Now, I'm not saying that you can't talk about feelings and things like this with the people around you. Absolutely you can. And we do talk about these things. But like I just mentioned, what we tell each other is that, hey bro, I understand that, but guess what? You're here right now. You need to work harder now. You need to improve now. And we remind each other of this. We say, okay, what's your Achilles heel? Right? This is my friend Rodrigo here. Very good guy. Rodrigo says, what's your Achilles heel? What's the thing that you're addicted to, but you also need because it rewards you? For me, it's buying nice things. I like owning nice things, whether it's a new pair of trainers, a nice t-shirt, maybe a new wallet, little things, or maybe even a new car. Maybe we'll rent a nice car for a day, which we're going to do actually. But these are things that I enjoy having as a reward, but I can also be very addicted to it. I've noticed this with myself. If I'm given the opportunity, I'll spend a lot of money very quickly because I just love spending money. I love getting money and then being like, yo, I'm going to spend it here. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to get one of these. And obviously giving to other people as well. I'm not saying spending it all on myself, but I like that. It's my Achilles heel. I enjoy being able to spend the money. And I think it's because most of my life, I was always in a position where I had to save up for myself. And I went down different roads, etc. But in the end, it's led me to this position where, like I say, the biggest reward for me is being able to spend the money that I make. And it's also the thing that I can become quite addicted to. So that is my Achilles heel. It's the thing that is most rewarding to me, but also the thing that would damage me if I let it get out of hand, if I didn't discipline myself and control it. So, coming back to my original point, we discuss these things. We say, okay, what's your Achilles heel? Once you've figured that out, it's then like understanding that, okay, this is what I have to reward myself with, and I have to discipline myself from getting too addicted to it. Because if I do become addicted to it, nobody cares. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm the only one who's going to stop me. So I have to discipline myself. And I have to recognize that nobody else really cares. They might say a few things, but that's just the truth of it. Mike Tyson has a quote, and I like this quote. Not everybody that helps you is your friend, and not everybody that hates you is your enemy. What does this mean? This means that if somebody comes up to you and says, bro, I'm going to help you out with this thing, I've heard you got this trouble, blah, 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 I'll help you out, don't worry about it. That doesn't mean they're your friend. They might be doing it because they have their own selfish interests in this thing. For instance, they may help you because they're thinking, you know what, I'm going to help him, but now he's going to owe me, and I'm going to get him to do some things that he might not want to do, but I'm going to make him feel guilty for it. Maybe they're just manipulative. Maybe they want you to just feel guilty. Maybe they want people to be chasing after them. Whatever it may be, not everybody that helps you is your friend. And on the flip side, not everybody that hates you is your enemy. As I was just talking about, even between us 4 guys in this house, we'll sit there and say, bro, get off your ass, get to work. Or, all right, you've got a problem, we'll discuss it, but we've discussed it for a day. Now, wake the fuck up, get to work. Some people may look at that as hate, but it's not really hate. We're not enemies here. We're telling each other the truth, right? So that's the point of that quote, okay? Not everybody that hates you is your enemy, and not everybody that helps you is your friend. Just keep that in mind, because it's very important to recognize that sometimes when you're in a competitive environment, you begin to level yourself up because you think to yourself, well, I don't want to be the last guy out. You know what I mean? If I wake up and I see 3 other guys working their asses off, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to chill and watch a movie, bro, I'm going to feel terrible. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to get up and work hard then. So just remember that nobody really cares about all of your problems. And, you know, I was on here on this channel. I'm not sure if I privated the videos now. I think I did. But I privated them because I realized I was that person. I came on YouTube talking about all my problems. And whilst people were like, yeah, bro, I feel bad for you, blah, 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 blah. Or yeah, bro, like, man, I understand this journey, etc., etc. The reality is nobody really cared. They cared about it for themselves because they were like, oh, I saw this thing and I related to that, or like that story made me feel a certain way. That doesn't mean that they care. Right? They just wanted to hear the story. So understand, nobody truly cares about your problems. And again, that is the whole purpose of this video right now, is I'm telling you, nobody cares, so why not get to work and get yourself in a competitive environment around people that are going to push you, around people that almost, sometimes you may think, is this guy my enemy? Because of how he's, you know, like pushing me around, and realizing that actually he's not my enemy. He's my friend because he's pushing me to be better. And even if for a few days I might be a little bit annoyed at that thing. I said that thing the other day and that annoyed me a little bit. But you know what? It annoyed me because he's right. And he's not my enemy, he's my friend. Real friends tell each other the truth. It's a very difficult thing to find, but like I say, the best way to look at it is think, okay, well, if nobody cares, then I should work and become results-based. So let me get a bunch of results, such as skills, mental frameworks, maybe physical material things. And then when people look at me, they'll say, this guy looks like he's hit the gym, maybe you're super fit, right? I'm working on my physique right now. Or maybe they come to you and say, yo, this guy like seems to just know a bunch of things. Like I ask him a question and he's like deducting and like able to add things together and problem solve really well. This guy's got a lot of good skills, which was me. I'm going to listen to this guy. I'm going to pay attention to this guy. I'm going to give this guy a piece of me. That's how I got here, is that when I met Ian for the first time, one of the guys in this house, Ian recognized that I was giving 100% of myself. So I was showing him results. He didn't care at that point in time. He didn't know me. And he didn't have any reason to care. All he thought was just, I'm going to see what this kid's about. Oh, wow, okay, he's showing me some results. Now he starts to think, maybe this guy is worth looking into. Maybe this guy is worth paying attention to. But at first he didn't care. Because at the end of the day, if I came to him with no results, but I was saying, oh, well, I had this problem in my family, this, and then it would have just been like, all right, cool, but like, what am I going to do about it, bro? Work. Like, it's not stopping you from working. You still have a phone, you still have a laptop, or whatever you may have. At the time, I literally had just my phone and the computer, and the computer that I built myself when I was 14 years old. I saved up £20 a week for a whole year to build a PC, and I still had that PC and I was working on that PC in 2021, 2022, 2020, 2019, every year since 2014. That was the PC I used. But guess what? Nobody cares. So I just had to work on it, create some results on it. Now people are like starting to pay attention. They're saying, okay, now I care a little bit because this guy's got some results. And that's reality. So the whole kind of point of this video is saying that nobody cares is that I'm trying to make you realize that, yeah, your life might suck. You might have a terrible story and some terrible things happening to you. And do I sympathize with you? Of course I sympathize. But at the end of the day, that sympathy isn't going to get you nowhere. So therefore, most of the time, you just have to have the mentality, nobody really cares. Nobody cares. So instead, let me build up some results. And then finally people might look and say, you know what? This kid had this problem, that problem, and this problem, and yet he still got results. Now somebody cares. That's the difference, you see. If you truly want it, you'll get results no matter your situation. All right. Best of luck to you.